Ladies and gentlemen, the global premiere of MIUI 7 begins now.
Hello, New Delhi! Xiaomi is a software company. I'm a software guy. We're here today to talk about software. MIUI. A warm welcome to our media colleagues, and of course, welcome Mi fans. I want to especially thank all 4,500 fans who registered to attend this event. And of course, thank you to all of those of you who were able to make it. Thank you, guys. Let's get started. MIUI started as an Android ROM movement in China. The first version of MIUI was released almost exactly 5 years ago on August 16th, 2010. And it ran beautifully on Nexus 1, the hottest device at the time. From the very beginning, MIUI was on the radar of Android ROM enthusiasts, many of you here. In fact, barely 1 month after it officially came out, MIUI V1, it showed up on XDA on this forum post by Die323, which I'm actually going to read. He said, if you can see the date over there, September 20th, 2010, "Has anyone heard about this ROM? It's the most insane ROM I've ever seen. It runs so damn fast and smooth, and they have completely overhauled the UI. Anyone know where this comes from? I have never heard of these guys, but my God, it's nuts. Whoever they are, these guys have skills. See for yourself. I just hope to God that gingerbread is that awesome." So this was a long time ago. Of course, today, Xiaomi officially supports MIUI on 48 different models. And the last time we counted, there were 480 MIUI ROMs that were built by the community. So we're talking about literally hundreds of different devices that can run MIUI thanks to the work from the developer community. In fact, Rohit Galsazi, who's right there, Rohit is actually one of the most active members of the MIUI ROM developer community here in India, and he's also the first member of the product team, of the Xiaomi product team here in India. So Xiaomi actually shipped its first phone a full year after MIUI V1 came out. We launched MIUI on August 16th, 2011, as you can see here. And the primary motivation for launching MIUI was as a vehicle to carry the software, especially for those users who didn't have the skills, or the balls, frankly, to flash an Android ROM to their device. MIUI, from its inception, is an operating system that's built with the community and for the community, as I've said so many times. The very first version of MIUI shipped with a boot animation screen right here that included the forum usernames of the first 100 MIUI forum members. And these were not just the first 100 users. Think of them as 100 product managers. We literally think of the MIUI community as an extension of our product team. From those 100 first users, we've grown to 12 million users in the forums around the world. And MIUI has the MIUI forum, the English forum, gets an average of 44,000 posts per day, which is a combination of product feedback, bug reports, feature requests, and so much more. And every single thread in MIUI forum gets a response. You can see here it's marked with a little red label. It means that someone, a forum member, or even a Xiaomi engineer or a PM, directly responded to that thread and closed it. Here's a feature request from a fan who asked for auto-record functionality whenever a call came in from a known number, so that he or she had proof of spam. We actually thought that was a good idea, so implemented this feature. Here, another fan, this wanted a default SIM for data and voice. Like, I want to be able to have a default SIM. This was over a year ago for Redmi Note. We also thought this was a good idea, implemented. Often, of course, there's long discussions that take place before a feature actually gets implemented. But what's interesting is that the MIUI development cycle enables us to implement, to react to this feedback very, very quickly. In fact, we can often do that within 1 week. Here's how the beta track works for MIUI users. If you're a beta user on Friday, you'll receive your OTA. And over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, you'll test, you'll provide your feedback. Of course, all of that happens in the forum. Then on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we will react to that feedback, we'll code. Thursday is our internal testing day. And then Friday, the cycle starts all over again. This cycle is why we call MIUI a live operating system, because that is exactly what it is. We update MIUI every Friday on the beta track, every Friday except for 2 weeks out of the year. That's New Year's and Golden Week. So that's 50 updates per year. It's a pretty nicely rounded number. And exactly 250 updates until today, since this week is our 5th anniversary. Thank you. Now, well, who are these hardcore MIUI users that provide all this feedback? What is it that they want? Well, frankly, it's people like us over here who care about details. People like us who use Gmail with keyboard shortcuts, who have been living on Evernote for years, who can't go a day without pocketing something, who use Echofon because TweetDeck is just too much information overload. We're power users, we're shortcutters, we're neat freaks, and we love clean design. We're also, by the way, the tech support for our entire families, just like myself. And this right here is the team that I support, my parents and my awesome sister in Brazil. We're also, by the way, the smartphone guide for our friends and family. When someone needs a product recommendation, they come to us. And because we're also their tech support, our product recommendation better work. I've been doing this for my friend Bernardo right here, who I grew up with. We've known each other for many, many years. For literally 15 years since his very first smartphone, Bernardo always waits for me to tell him when to switch. He just moved from his Nexus 5 to Mi 4i, and of course, he loves it. We also want technology for our moms, our dads, our grandparents, our aunties, and for them, it needs to work perfectly out of the box. It's not just what they can use, but it's what will make their lives better. So this is my dad right here. He lives in Brazil. He's been using, or he had been using, the same Nokia device for the last 8 years. I've been working in mobile for over 10 years now, and I haven't been able to convince him to use a smartphone. I'll be honest, I even tried an iPhone, actually. Just this last July, I finally convinced my dad to switch to a Redmi 2. And this happened right after we launched Redmi 2 in Brazil. The way I did it was in partnership with my mom. We showed him light mode. And we told him that light mode was kind of like having a Nokia phone inside of your smartphone, except it was better. And because light mode is truly dad simple, he's super happy now. Did I just crack a dad joke? Okay, so the point here is that MIUI is simple. It's simple for the basic user. It works out of the box for them. And it lets people like you and me do things like delete 10 apps with a single gesture, control data usage on a per app basis when we're traveling, for example, and roaming. record calls so that when you're in the run, you don't have to worry about writing things down, customizing your boot animation, and so on and so forth. Details, that's what we care about. MIUI is now in 156 countries and 32 languages. That's a lot. And there are dozens of independently run, super active fan sites around the world, from Brazil to India to Spain and everywhere. And today we're announcing our latest milestone. We've just crossed 150 million MIUI users. We have, in fact, almost doubled what we announced last year at our 4th MIUI birthday. So the pace of growth is really amazing. MIUI is supported by a team of 750 people. This is by far the biggest team at Xiaomi. It's the biggest investment that the company has made in terms of engineers, PMs, designers, forum managers, and so on and so forth. And MIUI has come a really, really long way since V1 in 2010, then V2 in 2011, V4, we jumped one version in 2012, V5 in 2013, then we went to MIUI 6 in 2014, and of course, today, we're proudly announcing MIUI 7. And seven is a lucky number, isn't it? One of our holiest constellations, the Great Bear, is actually Saptarishi, the 7 sages in Sanskrit. The Game of Thrones series is scheduled to have 7 books. The last time Jay and I were on stage together was for the launch of Nexus 7. We landed in India. We landed here in India in July, the 7th month. Today, ladies and gentlemen, is all about MIUI 7. Let's get started. All right. Okay, well, so we spend, obviously, a tremendous amount of time on our phones every single day. You know, your phone is pretty much the most personal thing in our lives these days, really. In the same way that we spend a lot of time in our homes. But our home, and this is not my home, unfortunately, our home doesn't look like everybody else's home. You know, we paint the walls, we hang art, we add furniture, we arrange things our own way. You should be able to do the same thing with your phone, of course. How should that influence the design of an operating system? Well, this is actually where we started with MIUI 5 years ago. What you see here playing behind me is a teaser video for MIUI V1 from 5 years back. You know, from the beginning, we've always thought that phones shouldn't be the same thing for everyone. You know, you should be able to change everything around, you know, have different lock screen styles, you know, kind of do fun things with your phone. You know, why not unzip to unlock? In the same way that, you know, clothes make a man, you should be able to have a different phone whenever you feel like it. You know, personalize every part of your experience, make it reflect who you are. You know, different backgrounds, you know, icons if you want. You know, why not have a different Gmail icon? You know, you could play games, you could have like food-inspired icons and so on. You know, your phone is basically like your home, and you should be able to treat it like one, frankly. So that was the vision 5 years ago. MIUI 7 doubles down on that vision from 5 years ago. And this, for the first time ever, is our new slogan. Yours by design. What do you guys think? You like it? So what does yours by design mean? Well, for starters, we think it means that one system UI, the thing that you see on your phone, does not fit everyone. And different types of people obviously want different things. So in MIUI 7, we're introducing 4 new system UIs that you can choose from when you first boot up your phone. 4 different system UIs. Our goal was to create special system UIs for different groups of people with different tastes. And I'm going to talk to you and show you these in great detail. The first one is called Rosé, with the little accent, Rosé. Earlier this year, we introduced a special version of Mi Note. It's called Pink Edition, and it's been one of the most successful products we launched this year. Mi Note Pink Edition was intended as a full redesign of Mi Note, and not just a color version of it. One of the things that we noticed was that when we applied the sort of standard default MIUI to the Pink Edition, it wasn't as perfectly matched. We felt like we could do even better. We could create a UI that would kind of bring out that essence of the pink in the Pink Edition. The reason why we don't see here is because we didn't think it looked as good, so I'm not going to show it to you. We realized that pink, by the way, is actually a tricky color. But it turns out that pink is actually the upcoming key color for the 2015-2016 fashion season, so we lucked out. There are, of course, many variations of pink, and while many might look the same to you, they actually are quite different to a true connoisseur of pink. We picked 4 shades of pink very, very carefully. Raspberry, tomato, light crimson, and coral pink. And we have the RGB codes here for you. We chose colors that perfectly matched the Mi Note Pink Edition. And then we also had to pick secondary colors that would kind of go nicely together with those 4 shades of pink. So there are various shades of blue, orange, yellow, green, and purple, and you can see them right here. You can see how kind of they really fit together very nicely with the phone, with the pink. We also, of course, spent a significant amount of time looking at individual icons. You know, take the simple example of the contacts icon that you can see right here. It's a blue icon with the silhouette of a man. We redesigned it not only to be a nice shade of purple, obviously from that same color palette, but we also replaced it with a silhouette of an elegant lady. We also looked for other sources of inspiration, like handbags, for example. You know, you can see here the fine stitching and some of the detail on this particular luxury handbag. This is the pattern that inspired the wallpaper with subtle detail. And you can really start to get a good sense of how much attention we really put into all of the details here, including, of course, the wallpaper. The wallpaper itself is designed to be so just a background. It's not meant to overwhelm. The icons really should be the ones to pop out. And the same design aesthetic carries to other parts of the UI. For example, you can see the File Explorer icon has another pattern that's inspired by handbags. The dialer over there on the other side has a new color as well that matches this overall palette. So this is the new Rose UI. Looks great, doesn't it? Now, this attention to detail that you've seen with the background and with the icons carries over to the lock screen wallpaper as well. And you can see here that we've added these interesting flowing lines on the lock screen image. Where did this inspiration come from? This inspiration came from fashion design as well. So this flow that you see here is reminiscent of this pleating effect from fashion, which you can see today very commonly on the maxi skirt, right, which is one of the things that was big this year, and it's very, very popular right now. So that's where it came from. And we've carried over sort of this train of thought to every single part of the operating system. Rose looked so good on the pink Mi Note that we actually decided to bring it and incorporate it into MIUI 7. And of course, Rose looks absolutely stunning on the pink version of Mi 4i, doesn't it? Okay, the next system UI is Pink Blush. The shades of pink in Rose, which you just saw, may not necessarily suit everyone's taste for pink. So we created a softer, more pastel pink UI, which you can see here with rounder icons. It's a bit younger. It's also a bit more playful. That's Pink Blush. Next one is called Ocean Breeze. Ocean Breeze follows a similar soft pastel line, but with a blue palette instead, and you can see it here. The inspiration is sort of that feeling that you get when you're on the beach, you're feeling the breeze, you're looking at the water, seeing the waves, hanging out with your friends. That's what we thought made sense here for Ocean Breeze. Then the next one is called High Life. High Life is actually my favorite. High Life is a new system UI that's designed for the more sophisticated, classy person, someone like Manu Jain, I should say. Right? When getting the inspiration for this one, we started looking at sort of darker colors with a hint of gold and brown. Somebody who might be wearing a nice business suit. I recently saw Manu in a business suit, and he looked so money. We also looked at what kinds of accessories might this person carry with them. Maybe a moleskin notebook, or a leather Mi Band, or a nice kind of classic leather wallet, sunglasses, and so on. So we brought all this together. There's a certain feel for all these accessories, and that's what we brought together to create this theme, to really try to capture these redesigned icons and all the colors. It's really, really sleek, sort of darker, much more sophisticated look. And that's High Life. We thought about also what kind of lock screen image should we use for High Life. We chose an image of a jet, just kind of really nice dramatic image of a jet against a sunset sky with like nice accents of gold and brown as well, which really go nicely together. You can see like the color that we chose for the clock, for example, and how everything really, really goes nicely together. And that's High Life. That's the system UI that I'm using right now on my phone. So these are the new system UIs that we're introducing with MIUI 7 all together here now. High Life, Pink Blush, the standard MIUI system UI, Ocean Breeze, and Rosé on the other side. They look great, right? And these 5 system UIs look even more amazing when matched with the color editions of Mi4i, right? So we thought it was a good opportunity to celebrate the arrival of MIUI 7. We're excited to announce the color versions of Mi4i here in India as a limited one-time edition. So Mi4i limited edition. Here it is. And I have lots of pictures for you. Here you can see the white with the yellow with the High Life system UI. On the yellow, the standard UI on the white over there. This is Mi4i Pink once again. Well, the next one that you'll see. That's Mi4i Pink with the Rosé system UI. Here, the next one is a light blue version of Mi4i, which is also coming out. This is actually running the standard MIUI 7 system UI. Then we go back to the black version, which has been around for some time already, running High Life in this particular photo. Here you've got them all together, the yellow, the pink, and the blue. These are the 3 versions that we're launching here in India now. And another way to look at them, again, the pink, the yellow, and the light blue. All of these are coming out on August 25th. Mi4i limited edition special colors. Now, in addition to these 5 system UIs in MIUI 7, the standard plus the 4 new ones, which we really, really think people are going to love, we of course have an entire universe of MIUI themes which take customization to a whole nother level. Today there are over 3,700 designers and over 15,000 themes that have been designed and published in the world, with over 3.7 themes downloaded to date. It's a lot of themes. Today we're also announcing the latest version of the MIUI theme design tool. I thought you'd like that. Which now has a new name. We call it Muse. We thought there were, and a new logo as well that's also MIUI 7 inspired. Muse enables designers, developers such as yourselves to quickly create advanced MIUI themes using a simple scripting tool. It supports animations, sensor input, inertial sensor input, as well as live data. So you can have live data on the lock screen. With Muse, designers can create super intricate lock screen animations, like this one here, which is Mech Warrior. Mech Warrior is launching today in the global MIUI theme store, and the animation is super badass. You can see it now. You see the steam coming out, and then the various different parts open. It's really, really cool. You want to see it again? Okay, Don, let's show it again. There it is. The gear shifting, smoke, opens, different parts. Pretty awesome. So it's a really cool animation, and it's actually very, very easy to do with Muse, as many of you actually already know. We have many theme designers, I'm sure, here in the audience. This is the new weather theme. It displays the current weather on the lock screen from your current location, and of course uses a matching animation if there's rain or if it's sunny outside, cloudy. It will also, depending on which city that you're in, you'll see a custom lock screen wallpaper for that particular city. So over there on your left-hand side, Bandra Worli Sea in Mumbai, UB City in Bangalore, and over here, Humayun's Tomb in Delhi. And there are more of these as well, depending on your location. So MIUI also enables designers and developers to do really cool things. This one that I'm going to show you is actually a game. You can do full-on games. You can do full-on games on your lock screen. This is a cool panda game, which I'll show you in a little bit. It's really cute. It's actually really fun and pretty addictive. Another really cool theme that you can create with Muse, this is also being published today, is called musical instruments. So in this theme, you can program a tune, like a 5, 6, 7 note tune as your lock screen password. And then you can only unlock your phone by actually playing the tune on the lock screen. You can do a guitar, you can do a piano, you can also do drums. So it's actually a lot of fun. Really, really cool. Next one is, I'm just waiting on the slide a little bit. So next one is called, I'm just going to say, it's called How's That? You know, we've already made 2 cricket themes in India, and they both did extraordinarily well. So we decided to do it again, but this time we wanted to step it up a notch. So How's That is a full cricket game on your lock screen, and I'm going to show you that in a little while. Now, after doing a cricket theme, what's, of course, the next kind of logical theme that we should build here in India? I'll give you guys one hint. Wait for it. Of course, we all, again? Okay. All right. All right. Well, we all love Shah Rukh Khan, of course. He is pretty badass. So this, of course, is something that we're doing. It's a lot of fun. We call it, just one slide forward, please. We call it Badshah Rocks. Pretty cool, right? So I'm going to show you that in a little bit. In this theme, you get to change Shah Rukh Khan's outfit on your lock screen. And then you unlock special characters when you find the right combinations of clothes. I'll show you that in a little while. It's really cool. You like it? Yeah. Okay. You know, MIUI themes can also do super useful things. They can do so much more. For example, show you live stock information on your lock screen, for example, so you can really follow what's going on with your stock portfolio. So here's an example. Or show you sports scores, like this theme that shows live scores of ongoing football matches. We actually had to change this late last night because I was afraid Nimish was going to murder me. The score was a little bit different. So, but anyways, it looks good now, right? Where's Nimish? I don't see him. Nimish? Oh, there he is. All right. So anyways, this looks good, right? Okay, so let's take a look at some of these live now, shall we? Okay, the first one I want to show you is the Panda theme, which I've got here running on Mi 4. You know, it's actually a really, really nicely done theme. I have like a calendar widget here on the left that I can look at, but of course, I'm just going to get into the game. So this is kind of like a, you know, Bejeweled or kind of Candy Crush style game, which of course you're all very familiar with already. And you've got these cool sounds. Sorry, maybe you cannot hear the sounds, but it's really, really cool. Totally addictive, of course. I'm, of course, very good at this stuff. Got 4 over there. Okay. I think I'm running out of ideas. Anyways, I think you guys get it, right? But just one more. Sorry. Okay. Last one. Okay, done. All right. Oh, wait, last. Okay. All right. That's good. Oh, wait. I think I can do, could I do a 5 here? With the parrots? No. I'll just do it. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's Panda. It's obviously very addictive, and it's instantly available on your lock screen. Next one I want to show you is How's That, which you can obviously play directly from your lock screen. So I'm gonna, let's do. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into the game here. So that's gonna switch it over to this landscape orientation. Now, you know, in this game, you're the sort of the batting side in this last over, and you have 1 wicket in hand. It's pretty much impossible to score a 36. I think the closest I've come was maybe a 32. So I'm going to go ahead and play it here. So basically you have to, I'm actually not going to explain to you how it works because I want to see you playing later. Oops. Sorry. Let's try again. So you basically have to find the right angle. That's a 4. Okay. Oh, that was a 1. Sixer. That's a 4. I'm at 15. Another 4. Okay, come on. Ah, okay, that's 23. I think it's pretty good, but I've done better. Absolutely have done better. If you manage to score a 36, by all means, please send me a screenshot and I will post it on my Facebook. No photoshopping though. Okay, let's talk about Badshah Rocks. This is truly an awesome theme. So let's switch it over to this device. Yeah, you know, so Shah Rukh Khan starts in there's a casual outfit, kind of hanging out on stage. And basically you can change what he wears everywhere. And depending on what you find, you know, let me try to, hold on. Yeah, this one, for example. When you match the right outfit, you get the background as a reward. So can you tell what this one is? Yeah, so he's you know, superhero G1 here, and you can kind of see the background is like the levels of the game. Let's try maybe this one. Yeah, this one? Happy New Year, yeah. Happy New Year for me, it's kind of like a Bollywood version of Ocean's 11. Does it kind of make sense? You know, like, where of course he gets his revenge, he gets the diamonds, he gets the girl. Kind of, anyways, it's Shah Rukh Khan, right? Let's see what else. I'll try this one. I think we've taken a peek already. Yeah, this one is? Of course, Chennai Express, which I particularly know of course, because of the lungi dance and Yo-Yo Honey Sing. It is totally like random side note, since I'm just seeing the lungi here. Jay just gifted me a lungi 2 weeks back when he was visiting in Beijing. He's been telling me about this for some time. He kind of convinced me to start wearing it at home. And I kind of find them really liberating. You know, like pretty amazing airflow. Anyways, totally random point. Sorry about that. All right. So I wanted to extend an special thanks to Afu, who's actually right here. Bravo and the themes team for all their work on these amazing themes, guys. So thank you, really. Thank you very, very, very much. Afu is busy controlling everything. Also, I wanted to invite all of you to step outside after the event, of course, and visit our theme gallery. It was the secret thing that was covered over there. So there's tons of themes for you to explore and play with. outside. So take a look at it after. It's really, really awesome. Just to wrap up on themes, we've also been running these MIUI theme contests, year-round now, inviting designers from all around the world to participate in the latest round. Any designers who exceeded 10,000 downloads got prizes. So we have Mi Notes, Mi Force, and other products. It was really awesome. And 3 of the most recent contest winners are here from India. You can actually see their usernames, their forum usernames over here. Unfortunately, they couldn't travel to join us, but they're amazing. They've been designing things for some time. They're actually very, very good at what they do. So here are the winning themes. The first one was Jon Snow, Game of Thrones. Big GOT fans like Rajesh Pandey will love this theme. Even though, of course, Jon Snow. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I guess GOT and spoilers are not good. Anyways, 100,000 downloads of Jon Snow GOT. A really, really cool theme. This is colorful flat matte, which is like awesome, super happy, beautiful theme. Nice colors and textures as well. Really love it. Beautiful photos. 80,000 downloads for this theme. Then we have Mythology, which you can see right here. Mythology is inspired by the blockbuster movie Bahubali, exactly. 80,000 downloads. 80,000 downloads. So really, really popular too. So these are all some of the many, many amazing themes that have come out of these contests. We're really happy with the excitement that we've built out around themes. But, we are looking for more designers. We really want to grow this ecosystem a huge amount. India is such a special place because of all of these things that are perfect themes. You have Bollywood, music, festivals, cricket, food. There's so much themeability here in India. So we will launch many different activities, road shows, contests, training sessions, theme festivals. We really, really want to take this ecosystem to a new level. So we're specifically setting aside a total of 1 crore rupees in prizes, specifically for Indian theme designers who do an amazing job. And we'll be announcing a lot of activities pretty soon. So that's it on themes. Why don't we move on? Wait, CJ, I thought we agreed to take this out. Okay. Well, here's the thing. So we just got this thing yesterday. It's a new theme that was just published in the MIUI theme store by this kind of really awesome Mi fan from the Philippines. And I don't really know what to say, so I'm just going to show it to you. I'll brace. I have nothing to do with this. I have contributed no money. It's really, well, I don't really know what to say. I promise I did not name this theme, by the way. But you can see. Anyways, I don't have anything to say. Anyways, it's available in the global theme store if you really have nothing to do in your life. Okay. So that's it on themes. And I wanted to talk about something really cool that's related to themes. We're introducing a brand new feature in MIUI 7 that allows you to personalize your phone in really cool ways. It's called Daily Lockscreen. Daily Lockscreen automatically chooses one gorgeous, high-quality image for you every day. And we're adding 10 new images every week, so you're always going to have a fresh, beautiful, new image every single day. These, by the way, are award-winning, copyright-protected images that we've licensed especially for this new feature, so they're not accessible in any other way. You can only get them through Daily Lockscreen. It's a really awesome feature, and it kind of makes you smile every morning when you wake up. So let's recap really quickly so far. We've talked about 4 brand new system UIs. We've talked about new awesome MIUI themes. We've had some fun on stage. And we've talked about Daily Lockscreen. This is the kind of stuff that we mean when we say yours by design. Make sense? All right. So switching topics a little bit. When we asked Mi fans what they wanted to see as part of MIUI 7, this is what they told us. 22% said, I want it faster. 17.7% said, I want more battery life, more available RAM, and so on. There's a common theme that happens when we ask, which is faster, better battery life, more RAM, more performance. In MIUI 7, we actually spend a good amount of time optimizing for overall performance and battery life. Basically, like your phone should respond fast when you tap on it. It should never feel sluggish. And we'll all the time do everything we can to make your phone faster and faster. So one of the things that we wanted to improve in MIUI 7 specifically was startup time of all system apps. So app startup time, to break it down simply, is basically split into 3 phases. First is launcher response, which is the time it takes from the initial tap until the app is effectively executing. It starts executing. Second is loading data. Basically, it's the time it takes to load the data that the app needs from local storage. And then third is the time required to render the initial app load animation. It's a serial process today, and we were able to actually optimize it quite a bit by doing 3 main things, which I'll describe to you now. First is we reduced the launcher response over here by actually doing a lot of optimization of MIUI launcher, such that it hands off to the apps a little bit sooner. Second, we made sure that our system apps actually load less data, only the data that they absolutely need as soon as the app starts. And third, we actually now parallel track the loading of the data and the animation. They start in parallel. So as a result, the app is actually ready for you much sooner, and the performance is noticeably higher as well. We also identify exactly when you start the app, and we ramp the CPU a little bit faster to further improve the startup performance as well. The combination of all these improvements is an overall increase of 30% in system response time when starting apps. And when starting system apps, to be clear, between MIUI 6 and MIUI 7. We actually made a video to show these results. We used a high-speed camera that compares system app startup launch times side by side between MIUI 6 and MIUI 7. Let's take a look. So you can clearly see it. Of course, those red super high-speed cameras make it much better. They're also really fun to play with. Okay, so battery is another really important area for our fans, as you saw earlier from the survey. One of the statistics that might surprise you or might not is that 48% of battery drain is usually due to apps that are running in the background. That means that even when you think that your phone is sitting around doing nothing, it might actually be consuming a lot of battery because of apps that are running in the background. For example, many navigation apps may actually continue to access GPS even when they're no longer in navigation mode. Many news apps might continue to use the network and pull data even when you're not even looking at the app. Maybe an app that you can't even imagine, like a video app, you've got the log details over here, might actually be accessing your GPS continuously. Why is it even using the GPS, let alone doing so in the background? You can see from the log here as well. You know, the overall conclusion that we came is that even though you think your phone is at rest, there can be a ton of activities going on, including things like it's connecting to the internet, it's waking up the CPU, accessing the GPS, scanning for Wi-Fi networks, syncing all sorts of data, and so on. And we've always worked on improving battery in MIUI. This is a priority for us in every version. For example, back in MIUI 5, we introduced a mechanism, which is summarized here, that forces CPU wake-ups by different apps to actually be aligned, right? So they happen at the same time, and you don't need to keep waking up the CPU every time, which obviously uses battery. We've continued to optimize this mechanism in MIUI 7 by further restricting CPU access in the background. So not every app can even get CPU access all the time. In MIUI 7, we're also introducing a new framework to restrict apps from using background data or from using the GPS unnecessarily. And we actually have a pretty strict, well-defined criteria to decide which classes of apps are given which privileges in the background and when. We've also made a bunch of BSP improvements to reduce the overall power usage of the cellular modem when it's not actually transmitting data. There were some really interesting optimization opportunities in that area. So the result is a 10% improvement in battery life. 10% in battery life is actually quite a bit, which you can see in daily use, right? If you compare, for example, MIUI 7 to MIUI 6. To look at these improvements, we did another comparison video. It's actually a really interesting comparison that we ran in the lab, comparing MIUI 7 running on our flagship Mi 4 to two similar devices, the LG G3 and the Samsung Galaxy S5. They have similar specs and similar battery size to Mi 4. So we made this video, we made this into a video comparison. Basically, we put every device through a 5-hour cycle, a script that we've created, which includes video playback for half an hour, navigation for half an hour, news browsing, Facebook, and a few other things, and also a sleep cycle of 3 hours. You can actually even download the script if you want at this URL here. So let's take a look at this video. Cool, right? Definitely something worth testing, and you will be able to notice a difference when you get your MIUI 7 update. Okay, let's switch gears. I want to talk about a new MIUI 7 feature that's designed for people who are always, squinting to look at the screen all the time, which happens. The world does not look clear and crisp to absolutely everyone. Not everybody can see text as sharply as probably most of you can. For many people, the world is a bit blurry and it is a bit fuzzy. And when the world is a bit blurry and fuzzy, it doesn't matter how well you've designed a feature, it will still not look that great to some users. So we're paying attention to that. I had a friend who was frustrated one day and asked me, Hugo, you work on this stuff, why can't you just make this text bigger? There were some more graphic words in that question, but it was a nervous question, like why can't you make text bigger? Bigger text is a step in the right direction, but even the top phone companies in the world today have not put all the necessary effort to make large, very large font really usable. Here are some actual screenshots on iPhone 6 and on Galaxy S5. You can see in the context list, you can barely see any of the names because of the ellipsis. Numbers are vertically cropped. You have only 1 or 2 words per line in SMS. Right, so it's not really, the stuff is not really that great. It doesn't really look very usable to me. So in MIUI 7, we actually spent a significant amount of time, a ton of effort really, making sure that large text is possible, is done well, and is usable. So let's take a quick look. These are the 4 text sizes that we have today. This is pre-MIUI 7. Small, medium, large, and extra large. So that's what's supported in MIUI 6. But my friend still tells me that's not big enough. What's bigger than XL? What's bigger than extra large? Yes, double XL. So MIUI 7 has five font sizes instead of 4. We've just added double XL or XXL. Extra large. So let's take a look here between the difference on extra large and extra large. You can see, of course, that the font size is much bigger, but you can also see some important changes in the UI, which I will point out. So a lot of different things like changing the conversation layout, how you manage line breaks, the distance between words and characters, the height of the input box, delivery, where the label appears, the text size in the title bar, and there's many things that are very specific to that application that we changed to really make sure that XXL made sense on MIUI 7. Let's take a look at double XL on Mi 4i compared to iPhone 6 and Galaxy S5. And you can see something that even as simple as an SMS text message has pretty noticeable differences. You can actually fit more words, more content per row, and overall, it just looks a lot more usable than other things. This, of course, also extends to Hindi. You can see here that we've made some significant optimizations. It looks right. It works as it should. For the 3 smallest font sizes, there are actually no changes in the layout. I'm going to page through small, then medium over here, and you can see that the layout's still the same. Then you go to large. The layout, again, still the same. When you go to extra large, the layout starts to change a little bit. You can see things moving around. But then when you go to extra large, double XL, we have made several substantial layout changes, right? So really accommodate larger text while maximizing the use of space. We updated the layout of every single system app to accommodate double XL text, which is a huge effort, as you can imagine, across all of these apps because they required different layouts so that they would work optimally. So this was a huge project for our team. The end result, of course, is that MIUI 7 is bigger and more beautiful with super large fonts, which we think many users will really thank us for. Okay. In MIUI 7, we're introducing a feature that's designed especially for another special group of users, those who have children. That's Manu and his beautiful family, of course. This feature is called Baby Album. When you have children, your life changes completely, and so does your relationship with your phone. Suddenly, your entire world is much more centered around your children, including taking hundreds of photos of them all the time. When you take a photo of your child, every photo is special because it captures this one unique moment in time. Here are some examples of the photos, of course, of my good friend Manu and his friend Jordan, or JJ, in all sorts of different scenarios. JJ is simply adorable, of course. One common issue that Manu always runs into is that it's a bit difficult for him to actually sort all the photos of JJ because these photos are mixed with all sorts of other photos, including photos of Manu himself in the office. He loves to take selfies all the time. Photos that he takes with fans when he's traveling on Xiaomi business trips, around India, in China, and so on. So these photos may be spread out across sort of many different moments in time. So to help resolve this issue, we're using our new facial recognition feature to automatically identify pictures of your baby. And we're also creating a new tab in your gallery that automatically organizes and sorts your baby photos into just one single place, making it easier than ever for you to actually enjoy them. And it looks really awesome. It's not like just recognizing photos of people, right? We're talking about photos of the most important person in your life here. So this is why we thought this was worth doing in a special, unique way. Baby Album. The feature is about babies. So this is the tab. You can see here how it's organized. It's really, really great. In addition, we've also added a special option to MIUI 7 that allows your baby photos to show up on your lock screen automatically for you. It's like basically Daily Lockscreen, which you just learned about, for babies. So it's really cool, right? Babies where they should be, on your lock screen, front and center. Cool, right? Speaking of babies, of course, this is a really quick one. In MIUI 7, we're introducing another feature that's designed for users who have children. Of course, if you have a child or if you have a nephew, you're very familiar with this scenario today. When your child or someone's child decides to play with your phone, it's especially complicated if it's someone else's child. Deleted apps, undesired phone calls, app purchases, and so on. It can be a really messy situation. So in MIUI 7, we're introducing child mode. This is actually a very simple but powerful feature. We've simplified it to the most possible way. There's no complications here. There's no tons of settings. All you do is choose which apps you want to be accessible to the child, and then you turn it on, right? And this is what the child sees. If you want to get out of child mode, you hit exit, and all you have to do is enter your lock screen password. Make sure you protect that one. And it's simple, right? So this is the simplest child mode that there is. There's a tendency in our industry of overcomplicating parental controls. This is as simple as it gets and as simple as it needs to be. Cool? Yeah? Okay. I heard one applause, so I'm like, yeah. Okay. So next, I want to talk about peace of mind. A couple of cool new MIUI 7 features that are very simple. They make your life better. We're all about making your life easier. You've heard me say this a few times. So two very simple but powerful features. The first one is mute notifications. So in MIUI, if you pull down the notification shade, we've added one really simple toggle. Basically, it's right there. You can see it right over there. And when you hit that, it basically gives you these selectors right here, and you can just choose which of these apps, right, that are issuing the notification you never want to hear from again ever in your life. And those notifications will be muted forever and ever. Of course, you can always change your mind and go back and change it in notification settings. But it's a way to really kind of definitively kind of clean your life, make things easier for you. Really simple, right? So that's mute notifications. The next one, this is really, really cool. Another peace of mind feature, as I like to call it. It's called Auto D&D, or D&D stands for Do Not Disturb. So if you've got a Mi Band, your Mi Band knows when you go to sleep. Why can't your Mi Band tell your phone, hey, he's asleep, shut up, right? So your Mi Band tells your phone to go into D&D when you go to sleep after you've dozed off. So if you get that one last call just as you're about to fall asleep, it's still going to come through. And then, of course, when you're up again, when you're awake, auto D&D mode gets turned off again, and you're up and running. So it removes this one task from your day, which you tediously do every day. Of course, why do you have to? That's why we have technology, right? Okay. All right. I'm almost done. So when you call someone, this is what you typically see. It's kind of this kind of empty screen. Of course, there's a beautiful background from your system UI on MIUI 7, but aside from that, it's kind of dull, right? It's like a name and a phone number. Well, MIUI 7 gives you the ability to set your own profile photo, so when you call someone, they see the photo that you want, right? So for example, whenever my friend Deepti calls me with MIUI 7, I get to see the photo that she chose. She's, of course, gorgeous. And not just anything else, right? So she sets her own profile photo. She's a MIUI user. I'm a MIUI user, so we both get to see these. That's really cool. But in MIUI 7, we're introducing a much, much, much more exciting feature. This is actually my favorite MIUI 7 feature and possibly my favorite MIUI feature ever. Talk about raising expectations. It's called Showtime. With Showtime, you can record a short video, set that as your profile, and it'll show up when you call your friend. It'll show up to them. So now, when Deepti calls me, this is what I see. Cool, right? So basically, you can record a short 5-video clip, and that'll loop back. And I mean, it's just kind of, it's like life-changing in so many ways. So I'm going to show this live. I don't actually know what's going to happen here because the team did not want to tell me. But I've got a phone, and some unknown people are going to call me now. I have no idea what's going to happen. Unknown people, please call me. Audio, please. So that's Claude Justin, or CJ. Okay, sorry, Claude. Not going to talk to you right now. All right, next secret person, please call me. Okay, who do you guys think it's going to be next? Ah. Jatin Munshi, also known as... Okay, close. Nope. Okay, should we do one more? Do we have time for one more? Okay, one more. Next mysterious person. Of course. Sorry, I have to take this call. Hello? Okay. So it's pretty cool, right? So that's Showtime, and this is unlimited family fun and friends fun. We've had our share of all sorts of fun with this feature. I won't share too many more stories. So I'm going to pause here for now, and I want to talk about MIUI in India. Now, to talk about MIUI in India, I of course would love to do it myself, but there's someone who's a much more appropriate person to do this. He's a dear friend of mine. The last time we were together doing something like this was almost 2 years ago. So needless to say, this is a very, very special day. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. J Money.
Hey everyone, thank you Hugo. Gotta be honest, I am a little bit nervous. So hey Mi fans, can you guys make some noise for me? Thank you. It's awesome. So I'm really excited to talk to you guys today about some MIUI features that we've designed just for India. India is the most important global market for Xiaomi. And as you can tell, our India Mi fans are very passionate. On the English MIUI forum, around 65% of new forum threads each day come from India Mi fans. And we've been working really, really hard on localizing MIUI. A few months ago, we added support for 6 Indic languages. In MIUI 7, we're adding 4 more: Marathi, Assamese, Gujarati, and Punjabi. Thanks. MIUI now supports a total of 10 Indic languages. In addition to languages, we've been working on features for India. The first feature I want to talk to you guys about is Visual IVR. So we announced Visual IVR at the Mi4i event in April. To give you a reminder, it allows you to browse customer support menus with text instead of listening to the entire menu. Here you see the Visual IVR menu for the Indian Railways. It takes around 3 minutes of listening to find the right option here. And with Visual IVR, you can pick the option in a matter of seconds. We launched this feature into beta, support for a few companies. In MIUI 7, we've added support for over 50 services. We now support most major banks, DTH companies, and telcos. So let's talk about data usage. MIUI has always had features that help you manage the way you use data on your phone, for example, when roaming. Today, we're announcing Data Saver. Data Saver makes it so that when you want to use data, you can use more of it. It's a system-wide feature in MIUI. When you turn it on, Data Saver sends HTTP traffic from your device through a proxy, which compresses things like images and videos. Some of the most popular mobile browsers have been doing this type of compression for a few years. But MIUI Data Saver works for traffic from all apps on your device, not just the browser. It's powered by the company that invented browser compression, Opera Software. Data Saver allows you to save up to 50% of your data, which means that you can look at Instagram photos for twice as long, read 1.5 times more articles from UseHunt, or view 3 times as many Vines. It even works for YouTube videos, saving an average of around 40%. You can monitor the savings from the summary, which shows how much data you use for each app. So you can see here, Instagram's pretty good, saves a little bit from Chrome. This feature is powered by Opera Max. The awesome team from Opera, I think, is right there in the front. Thank you, guys. India Me fans have been asking us to implement this since we added it to MIUI in China a year ago. Today, we're adding Data Saver to every one of our international markets. So that's Data Saver. It's a system-wide MIUI feature that saves your data and saves you money. Most of our Me fans have prepaid data plans, so this is especially awesome for them. So now, let's talk about messaging. This here is my inbox. You can see I have a message from my dad, a couple messages from my friends, but there are a bunch of service messages here as well. About half of my inbox is taken up by messages from companies. Texts from my friends and family are pushed out of the homepage of my inbox. The service messages here are different. I have 2 up top from HDFC Bank. I think this third one is some ad for managing my finances. I don't really even know what that last one is. And in MIUI 7, we made this a lot better. What is it? Lenskart. Oh, I think it's because someone else wears glasses. I don't. we made this better in MIUI 7, and we call it Smart SMS. So we filtered all these service messages into the notification tab. This makes your inbox just show the important messages. So this notification tab is up there. And now you can see the home screen just shows messages from actual contacts here. So if you need to see, can you actually go to the next? Yeah, there you go. If you need to see the service messages, it's just 1 click away in the notification tab. So that's Smart SMS Filter. And when we looked a little closer at these service messages here, we realized that a lot of the really useful messages were OTPs, or one-time passwords. I'm sure everyone here is aware of OTPs and the pain they cause. It was one of the first things I had issues with when I moved to India. And it's particularly painful for mobile transactions. I'm sure you've all encountered this problem. You're trying to buy something on your phone. The SMS comes in. And if you happen to see it coming in, you need to memorize that digit really quickly. And if you miss it, you have to go find the message in your inbox. We've made this process easier in MIUI 7. We call it Quick OTP. Let me show you how it works. So here I'm in the Me store. I'm paying cash on delivery here, which requires an SMS verification. So I enter my phone number, wait for the verification code. So when the SMS comes in here, you can see right up here, we've highlighted the OTP digits in blue, and we've changed this reply button to copy, which makes it a lot easier. Yeah, it's actually pretty awesome. It saves a lot of time. If you happen to miss it and you go to your inbox, you can see that we've added new affordance here, which is the Copy OTP button, which lets you highlight just the OTP. I don't know if you've had this experience where you've had to highlight the entire text and deal with text selection bars, but now you can just copy and paste the OTP with ease. So we're going to be working on a lot more of these features for India, but today I wanted to especially thank the India Me fans, our extended product team. They helped us build every one of the features I just talked about. They provided data, they gave feedback, and they tested for bugs. Many of those same people are here in the audience today. Thank you guys so, so much. So now I'm going to kick it back to the boss, Hugo.
Nice done, son. All right. Okay. Thanks, Jay. I think Jay did pretty well for somebody who said he was nervous. He was definitely not nervous. It was a good trick. Jay's awesome, by the way, and he has really breathed a tremendous amount of life into our product team here in India. He's a big part of the culture of the office as well. I think those of you who have had the opportunity to spend time with him would agree with me. So he is awesome. So thank you, Jay. Thank you, India product team. You guys are really fantastic. Thank you. All right. let's talk about how we roll this stuff out. So, the way we roll out MIUI updates is that we roll it out to beta users first, and then we move it to stable over in about a month or so, right? So beta, of course, is a subset of all of our users. We have 3 devices in our beta program here in India today, and those devices are Redmi 1S, Redmi 2, and Mi 4i. That is the case today. And I'm excited to announce that we're extending the beta program to include all of our devices. So every single model that we've launched in India from day one, Redmi 2, Redmi 1S, Mi 4i, Mi 4, Mi 3, Redmi Note 3G, Redmi Note 4G. Mi 3 fans? I knew it. All of these devices are now supported by our beta program here in India. You should, of course, go to the MIUI forum and find out if you want to join the beta program and you're not already part of it. And the reason why is if you're part of the beta program, you can get MIUI 7, guess when? Almost. Monday. MIUI 7, starting on Monday, will be available to beta users, all devices here in India. Go to the MIUI forum to find out how to do this. Of course, you can start trying a lot of these new features that you're seeing here today. Many of them are going to be available on Monday. Some are coming very, very soon after that. So really, really excited about this. So that was a really, really comprehensive overview of MIUI 7 features. Of course, there's more. That's not just, those are not the only features of MIUI 7. It's yours by design. And it is also designed for India.